everybody. Welcome to My Two Cents. How are you? We haven't been together in a couple of weeks, and we are narrowing down. We are coming down to the season finale of Reasonable Doubt, and we are finishing Power Book 2 Ghost. So I hope you're ready. I am your girl, Pastor Steph.
Shantice.
And I'm that Brooklyn guy, Ainsley Harris.
What's going on? A lot has happened. Let's start off with Reasonable Doubt. Season 2, Episode 8. All right, who went first the last time? I think we're going to start with you, Ainsley. What you got for us with Episode 8?
Episode 8. All right, first before I get to 8, 7 becomes before 8, right? For me, so...
Oh, that's right. We didn't discuss 7 because you hadn't done 7. So we're going to do 7 8 today.
Y'all did discuss 7. Come on, y'all jumped all on my case with it.
Yeah, but you didn't have a chance to talk about it.
Yeah. I see why y'all was jumping on my case. I still saying what I said, but I understand where y'all coming from. All right. But I gotta say though, actually, out of all the episodes, season 1 and 2, season 7, even though it didn't really do much with the case, to me that was the best episode. That right there, that was the best episode right there. You know what I'm saying? It was some good stuff in there, and it was like, to me, whoever wrote that, I seemed like they had to go through some stuff.
Yes,
to know about that.
Yes, that was personal. Yes.
Yeah, because there was some serious gems in that episode and whatnot. And again, the acting between Jackson Lewis and the council, it was really all the acting was good. But the writing, I think for that was exceptional. That person went through some stuff.
Yeah.
They was pulling from some real stuff. You just gonna make that stuff up.
No. This was personal.
Yeah, that was
personal.
Yeah, so for your consideration, that needs to be up for the Oscars and Emmys right there. The Emmys for that. Yeah.
Remember I said that? I was saying that when we did the review for the Writers Guild Award, they had a what do you call them? A nomination for a specific episode in that series.
Right.
I was saying that particular episode would definitely be up for a nomination.
Most definitely. Yeah, because it was definitely. I see where I was coming from, but it was like those few episodes with the counselor, and when Jax was saying, oh, you used to be the king. I used to brag about. Now you just that nigga I could complain about. I was like,
yes.
What? But in my mind, when she said that, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, ain't you you were just fooling around with the ex-con, and you just playing sex stuff on the camera.
Right.
And so as soon as I thought that was his line.
The nerve.
I was like, exactly, yo. So that was on point. That was on point right there. So that was, to me, that was it. Everything else was okay. Episode 8, episode 9, it was okay. But that was like, it was like coming down off the high. It was like, all right, let's get back to the case. But that was the, and I agree. He was kind of hoping that the baby wouldn't come out to be his, but oh well.
Yes, I have to tell you, before I went to episode 8, I had to go back. I had to go back to when he knocked on the door and she answered the door, and they started that dialogue at the door. And I was like, yo, I got to go back to help bring me forward. But before we go any further, I forgot to give a shout out to our girl, Anika. Hey, Anika.
That's right, Anika. What up, girl? Can't do it without you.
That's right. Helping us hold it down, bringing, you the live version of My Two Cents. And that's Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Thank you so much. Couldn't do it without you. She's in here. She's not feeling well, so we want to give her a shout out. We got a shout out from our girl Ketty. Hey, Ketty.
Hey,
Thank
Ketty.
you so much for joining us. So, Anika says she agrees, and she says music is still on point for each episode, and it's true. The music.
Oh yeah.
Definitely been holding up my phone to my TV or my iPad, whichever one I'm looking on, so I can catch the songs. The songs have been off the hook,
right on point,
and so appropriately, started. The lyrics, the rhythm, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. All right, Shantice. So, hello, Mama Harris. Thank you for joining us. Shantice, what say you about episode 8, Reasonable Doubt?
Episode 8. I was so happy that Jax surrendered her feelings to her husband. I was like, sis, this is not the time, and I hate that term, sis. This was a sis moment. There's not the time to be acting all hard. This man knows he's wrong, despite whether you did something wrong or not. He knows he's wrong. He's confessing his love and his feelings for you. Don't go now be a man. Don't act mannish. Just be real and honest. And I was so happy. I was so happy that she was. She didn't put up any fight. She didn't say yes, but it was some bull she said before the yes and all of that. Really happy. I really love the dynamic between them and the therapist. They have a really good relationship with the therapist, which is good because it shows that they trust him and they actually listen to what he has to say, and he doesn't feel like he's wasting his time with them. So I like that dynamic. Oh, that Tony chick. I'm like, you can still get punched in your face even when you're pregnant. Like, it happens every day. It happens every day. You getting punched in your mouth is not going to affect the baby. She needs to get punched in. It's just way too much, like, throwing myself, if you're not going to be involved now, you're not going to be involved now. And I'm so happy Jax had to run up on her to remind her, like, hello, let me reintroduce myself. I'm not only his wife, who's going to also be in the picture daily, but I'm also a very, very well-known lawyer who knows my stuff. What you think you about to do? So Tony, I loved it. And she ran up on her, but it was so, like, with the passive aggressiveness. It wasn't even just like the bulldog. It was done so classy. I loved it, and it left Tony speechless as it was supposed to. But yeah, that was one of the things that had me like, what? Like, you can still get it. Just like, who said because you carrying doesn't mean you can't get it? I love it. I love that part.
Well, okay, so you skipped the part where when they are in counseling and they ask, where do we go from here, pretty much? And the next scene you see is him standing at the door saying,
right,
we come in. And I was like, yes!
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, bro, you got you out there now.
That's because Lewis don't want that smoke. He don't want that smoke with Jax. It's like, listen,
no, he don't.
Whatever my wife says is what we're doing. We're co-parenting with you. It's not just me. It's like, come on. What? You still have to remember, you were sleeping with my husband.
Right.
I should punch you in the mouth on sight just because of that. Every time I see you, you deserve to get punched in your face. Carrying it out. Like, serious. That calls for ground for the on-site term. On-site every time I see you. So when we come to pick the kid up, drop the kid off, the kid forgets something, we got to bring it back. Every time I see you, I'm punching you in the face. Just for that alone, just because Jax has been holding her composure, you need to shut up. It's like, come on, what we doing?
Yeah, because she could have rolled up on Tony a long time ago. It's not like she didn't know who she was.
Right.
She didn't know where she could find her. She could have rolled up on her a long time ago. And she's been really good, considering. Especially when they were in the courtroom and she didn't say anything slick at that point. So you're really trying to, run your mouth, pull your card where you gonna be taking control and all this kind of stuff, right? Because she thought she was controlling the situation, but now, listen, when you already got that partnership going on between that husband and that wife, and wife is on board, and she said, "We gonna do this thing," girl, go sit down.
Wait, did you hear how Jax slid in the sub? She's like, I always wanted a boy. And she's like, oh, and now you have 2 kids with 2 different baby daddies.
Yeah.
Jax, she said, what? I'm just saying. She wasn't lying.
Yes, I didn't mean it that way. It's what it is.
You're not about to take advantage of the fact that my husband is a good father. No, because you're getting us. You're not getting him.
Right.
And that's what's making Tony mad, but oh well.
Yeah. This is really a dynamic that she wasn't really ready for. And I was so glad to see this. This is really a testament as to this is someone's personal experience, because it is too well written for it to be just thought about. You know what I'm saying? Too well written for this just to be something, off the cuff. This came to my imagination. This is some real life experience.
Yeah, it was some real gems in there, man. Particularly when that counselor said, which is true, it's like, do you want to be right or do you want to be married?
Yes.
That's some deep stuff right there. That is definitely true.
Yes. And he's been hitting them hard. And it's almost like this is being written from the couple and a counselor.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't recorded some session and now they're just writing the dialogue out on paper, to work into this, show. But the writing is fantastic. Let's talk about the alluding to some secret between the cousin and Chanel Ainsley.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, what's going on? All right, because was this episode 8 when Sally testifies?
No, that's episode 9 when Sally testifies.
Okay. No. 8 is when she testifies.
Yeah, 8. I think it's 8.
Because 9 is out now. 8 is when she testifies.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Way she was like ended her testimony like JT, he deserved to die. She said with so much vengeance.
Yeah.
It got me maybe wonder, well, my goodness, did you really maybe you killed him? Maybe you really behind this. Okay. You say y'all cousins, but you're more like sisters. For your sister like that, that's a ride or die. Did you try it there? I don't think Chanel did it, but I think somebody else really did it. Somebody else was there. My thing is, I think somebody else really did it, and and so I was thinking it was Adrian, but it's probably gonna be somebody else. But I'm thinking it's Adrian.
Okay.
But but this cousin Sally, she knows what's up, and she knows the truth. She knows what it is. Yeah. And so it's just a matter. Okay, we're gonna find out next week.
Yeah. It's gonna come out. This is we're winding down to the season finale. So yeah, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Shantice, what about this secret and the dialogue between Sally and Chanel?
I don't know. At first when she said it, Sally said it like, "Don't say anything." I thought maybe Sally was the killer. I don't think Sally's the killer. I think they both are covering up for someone else. Now it has me thinking, well, who is it? Is it one of the daughters? Is it, this is it? Like, I don't know. We already know it's not Adrian. And that would have been a little too typical. Then again, at first when she made the phone call to Sally, it was like, oh snap, cousin is the one who actually did it, and now she's covering for the cousin, because you would have a better chance getting off as being a battered wife versus now I as a cousin have to prove I was there to defend so and so. So now it just really has me like, oh my goodness, if y'all don't say who this is already, just someone just blurt it out, and for some reason y'all continue on with the court cases. But I don't think it's Sally either. I just think that now Sally knows what Chanel knows. She's not in the dark like Jackson, the other friend. Those two know, but for whatever reason, it's agreed that Chanel will have a better chance getting away, get off as being, because she was actually abused. So it would make sense if I killed my husband in self-defense.
Okay,
that's a good point. I think it might be the daughter. That's a good point.
Well, what daughter? The little girl?
She has the younger girl, and then there's like kind of like, I don't know if she's a teenager yet.
Like a teenager.
Yeah, she's not that young. They have a younger one, and then there's one that's a little older.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Never thought about that. Never considered.
Yeah.
Well, it's somebody she's protecting. If it's not her, then it's definitely someone she's protecting. Here was the thing that kind of got to me when they dialogued about when Chanel and Sally were dialoguing, and then Chanel got paranoid. Are you and Autumn and Jack's talking about me and blah 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 blah.
Right.
The cousin was like, yo, I'm the one who put my house up. I'm the one who's got a ruined marriage because I took up for you when you decided to run off with your boyfriend. My husband's not even speaking to me. Now you on your own. And I was hoping she would tell Chanel that, because I don't know if y'all noticed. I'm catching this. Chanel, she's like a chameleon. She changes, and that facial expression and that tone that she uses. It really makes
it's like Ghost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like makes you wonder if she's really the killer or not. If she really killed him, out of self-defense, or if she really killed him because she had some other motives. She's got a chameleon type of demeanor that really kind of makes you go, wait a minute now. I think I need to be checking her out a little bit more. Is she really guilty of self-defense, or is she guilty of just killing him?
Right. Because when she did that, because when you said that, because it made me think, it's not Sally. How you gonna walk off and tell her, well, you on your own, if you really did it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. So saying that, that kind of said, well, she could have.
Right.
She could have done it and say that.
Right. But even then, it's like you've got this paranoia that's going on with you. And my thing was, you didn't take up this attitude when Adrian came to visit you in jail. What happened to that? All of that attitude and nasty. Come on.
It's always different when it's the lover. The friends get it. The friends will get it more and quicker than the lover would. And the lover is someone who actually did something to you. He lied about the money, some of the stuff that blew up in your face. But here, your cousin / sister / friend, like she said, she didn't sacrifice whether you asked her to or not. She sacrificed a whole lot for you, and you're ready to spew all this anger out at her. Meanwhile, the one who did something to you, like, where was that energy?
Right.
That energy wasn't there, but it's always like that for the most part.
Yeah.
Well, I got something to ask y'all now, but before we do that, let's say hello to Vivian. Hey, Vivian.
What up,
Welcome. Thank you
Viv?
for joining us. All right. What about the mama? Go
Yo,
What?
there's some. Wait,
Wait.
don't talk too much because I didn't finish episode 9, but I did see that part with the
Oh,
mom.
That's all you need to see. With the mom.
yo, that mother is off the hook when she approaches the other chick that he had abused. What's her name from
I call it
Escape?
Candy. I know
Yes.
her name Candy. Candy,
Yes, yes. I was like, all right, Ainsley, what about the mama?
yeah. Yo, you just can't keep your mouth shut. You know, I get you want to protect your son's honor, but it's like you got this behavior. Now you kind of get where he gets that kind of behavior from.
Right.
It stems from her. It's kind of
Yep.
logical. You know, that's where he learned it. He learned it from the best, and here she go. Even though she older, she real old school with it. You know,
Yep.
staking out Candy, and you know, saying, you know, well, I got a list of stuff that you did. You know,
Yep.
and yo, she wicked, and she was successful because Candy, she didn't testify.
Not only that, she didn't drink and took some pills, and it's
Yeah,
like, yo,
set her back big time.
yes. Yo,
You know,
I
so
don't
it made me
know.
wonder if there's something else you can go back on her, even though she already testified. But you know, I would have to try to find some more dirt. Cause what's her name?
Okay.
What's her name? You know, not Carter. The, he realized where it was coming from. I would try to find some more dirt on
Yeah,
her.
because that somebody got to shut that mama up.
Yeah.
Oh my good, Shantice, how you approach the girl in the parking lot?
Why people don't think they can't get punched in their face? Hey, listen, you are no longer somebody's mama when you run up on me. All that, respect your elders, and don't forget that so-and-so's mama. All that goes out the window and is null and void when you call yourself running up on me. That means you want this smoke. You gonna get what someone my age would get. And then on top of that, you're wrong. Ain't no defending no honor. What honor? The honor of the abuser?
Yeah.
The honor of the manipulator? The honor of the gaslighter? No, again, it's to cover up your mess, as Ainsley just said. It's because you were about to piss on yourself when they asked you about the time you hit your child in court. And I agree, they need someone who is able and willing to get up there and testify about the type of mother that she was and how she has been intimidating both Chanel and I think Candy's name in this is Ebony. In regards to making sure that they don't say anything too incriminating about her son, because she don't care about that son. She cared about it coming out about her, how negligent and how abusive of a mother she was. So it's like, come on now, let's get it together. But they didn't, and I'm like, people can't get arrested for this. I think people get arrested for stuff like this. People can't get arrested. You have to be an officer of the law and really get arrested for intimidation or that. Anytime you've now swayed someone from, isn't that why they let the juror go? Something similar to that.
The juror talking to
the reporter,
some publisher or something like that.
Right.
So, number 11. Juror number 11.
Well, they want to spill the story, and you trying to conceal the story. So either way, both of y'all need to go to jail because y'all both are trying to do something that is going to hinder. Right, witness tampering. Exactly. That's going to hinder the case. It's like, come on, what are we doing? It was all, it was already stated like that. So yeah, she needs to just get beat.
Yeah.
She needs like literally beat.
Yeah. Hey Teresa. Teresa's joining the conversation. Hey, how are you? Vivian says Shantice was ready to spill it all when Ainsley didn't see an episode, but she don't want no spoilers. Oh,
yep.
right.
I can get this one.
Ainsley. Vivian gives you the thumbs up, the gun, spoil
Nope.
it all.
Because there's been more than once that Brooklyn guy didn't see it, and I had to hush. I can get this one.
You know, there's a lot to be said when you are going to co-sign on someone's wrong. This is not just one person. This is two people. And it proves that you know about his abusive behavior. Because how would you know to walk up on this girl and say to her if you did not know about his behavior in the past? And it's sickening. It's sickening to see you're so determined to keep what's going on or what has happened a secret.
Co-sign it, yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. And the sadder part about it is this stuff is real. This is not just written in no script. Women and their sons. I don't understand this. Mama and their sons. It's like he was wicked. He was nasty. He was abusive. How do you possibly walk up on anybody? You did that to Chanel. Now you're doing it to Ebony with just no conscience. It doesn't even bother you. So you know what? I say elder abuse, punch her in the face and call it a day. You in jail. Go ahead, Ainsley. We're going to use your fist. You know, just do it anyway.
Take her back to self. Give him some elder abuse.
It's terrible. It is terrible.
No one's mama anymore when you run up on somebody.
No, or you running the risk of what happens happen. Plain and simple as that.
Like we say, you writing a check that your behind can't cash, right?
That's right. That's right. Hey, KL, how are you? Thank you for joining.
What up, my man?
Oh my goodness.
I got a question for y'all.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like, okay, what is the point of this? There's one part though. Two things. One, there's one part, episode 9, when Jax, I'm like, when she goes look under the bed, I'm like, what's she going under the bed for? And she pulls out the file with the whole Michael Ealy thing.
Right.
I'm like, what is the purpose of that?
Yeah,
Where do you think that's going? If it's going anywhere, why are you going back into that?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that either. My thing is, let that alone. Let bygones be bygones. The man is dead. You got a whole new situation that you're facing.
I'm like, why are you going back to that? I didn't get that. I'm like, maybe something I missed.
No, you ain't missed nothing because I missed it too. Because when I looked and it showed her looking through the file. And it showed like it was playing back in her mind, and you
see the face of it, yeah.
Yeah, she pushed it back underneath the bed. I'm like, why? Why are we here? Why are we here? I agree. All right. So with that, where do you want to see this go? Because the next time we're wrapping this up because it'll be all over. Where do you want to see this go, Ainsley?
I think I like to see. Chanel, she gets away free. I'm hoping she's really truly innocent and she gets the money and she walks away from the sunset. Hope she don't get back with Adrian. Start a new life. You know, just do it right. You know, leave that alone and start a new life. I have a hint though. I have a feeling because episode 9 there's a hint that the baby is early. I hate to say hard ending bad, but maybe the baby don't survive. That might be a good thing.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
You know. So I have to think maybe something happened to the baby survives, so they ain't gotta deal with that. Chanel runs up to the sunset. Hopefully Sally and her husband reconcile. But when he acting, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay.
And I hope Morris Chestnut, he finally get a woman. Stop messing around.
Stop sniffing around Jax.
Yeah, you know.
Oh my goodness. All right, Shantice, we're going to be wrapping it up the next time we're on with Reasonable Doubt Season 2. Where do you hope it's going?
I hope that prosecutor gets smashed because I'm trying to figure out how are you defending this man, and you're going through the exact same thing. Like, what are we doing? She don't want to get in her mouth. How would you say? And you can tell that the things that are being said on the stand are getting to her.
Affecting her.
But then she got to get up and she got to win this case, though. And it's like, so where's the integrity? Where is the moral courage that says, okay, I'm a prosecutor, but I'm currently living this. Not even I've lived this. They've released this man, and now I got to put a low jacket in my son's bag, and I keep checking this, and I'm summoned for this, and I got to keep looking on my shoulder. And before he got out, I kept randomly calling the prison to make sure he was still locked up. And, or like, you're living this. How are you not on her side? So I really hope she gets smashed hard just because of that. And yeah, again, I hope, because the plan to tell the kids once the baby was born was like one of the dumbest plans I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
so I'm hoping,
I agree.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that if they can make it as to where something happens with the baby where there is no outside baby, then great, because I don't know how that's a plan. I'm like, you dumb suggesting, and you dumb saying, okay, like, how do you expect the kids to react? Like, but I'm that's what I'm looking forward. Moving along.
Okay. All right. Where do I hope this goes? Well, I didn't think about hopefully there would be no baby. Y'all didn't went there. I didn't even think about that one.
The baby.
You talk about other abuse. I'm just talking about the baby.
I'm hoping that, of course, if, like you, Ainsley, if Chanel is innocent, then she gets her money, she gets off, she gets together kids. And I really hope she stays away from Adrian. She does not take him up on this proposal. She just moves on about her business, because he's bad business. He lied. He's just as bad as JT in his own way. Leave him alone. I'm hoping, I want to see them even get closer. Jackson Lewis, I want to see them get closer. And it would be a turn of events if the baby ends up becoming, non-existent, and this just brought them closer together. That would be interesting. I'm also wanting to see where Mama Lou and Kevin go. I want to see where that storyline goes. Is she going to find this man that she can really trust, who is trustworthy, who doesn't mean her any harm, or her granddaughter any harm? So those, are the areas I'm looking to see, some development. And if Morris Chestnut is going to stay on, I'm trying to see what are they going to do with him after this entire court case is over. I would also like to see what's going to happen to Sally and her husband. So yeah, I'm interested, because she has listen. I lost my house. The house was done once she ran. So you forfeited the house. So where they living? Where y'all going? In an apartment, a hut? What are y'all gonna do now?
If she gets off, that's another thing Chanel got. She got to give up some of that dough. She got to get them a house.
Yeah.
That dough.
This woman then lost her whole house and her marriage. So that's what I'm hoping, to see it go. They have done an excellent job with season 2. The writing has been absolutely superb, in my opinion. I'm hoping that they end big.
I just had an idea. All right, season 1 ended with Chanel killing her husband. Who knows? Season 2 going in with Sally killing her husband. Now they're gonna try to get her off.
Oh my! I sure hope not. Oh my! I hope not. Oh my goodness! All right. Power Book 2 Ghost, the last 2 episodes of the series finale. Ainsley, you went first the last time. Shantice, you got first dibs on this one. Last 2 episodes. What's your thought? Highlights.
I was disappointed. That's the highlight.
What?
I was disappointed. I expected more. Monet dying definitely showed all this roughness, all this hatred towards their mother, all three of them. That was nothing but a bunch of hootenanny. Everybody was all broken up into shreds once Monet died. It was a real silly idea to really think that for Kane to really believe that he would be able to collaborate with Mona on anything and everything be on the up and up. That was just like, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't like the way Braden he didn't like fade off, but a little kind of like faded off some. Poor Effie. That girl ain't going to Cali to no school. She went and gave her side piece to the money she was saving so he can be a fugitive. And now she got to stay in school and stay in the game. And she's been wanting out. But I don't know. I felt like they could have done so much more with how they ended it, especially with this was one of the biggest things I was disappointed in. So y'all found out that this man is the one who really killed Kamal Tate. Why didn't you call Rashad Tate down there so that he could have handled it? What was that?
Oh,
you had
how did you
Tariq
it like that?
Tariq has what's the word? He's able to get he has access to Rashad Tate. It would have been nothing for you, especially when she brought it up and he was still trying to act all hard. Oh, I bet, because you don't know that me and Rashad, we ain't friends, but we will call each other to handle
Right.
You would have just looked up and saw him walking up in the room. I was like, okay, what? So that was just, I'm just leave it right there for right now. That was one of the biggest disappointments for me. Like, y'all just let him get arrested? What? What is this? I don't know. They could have done a lot more with that part alone.
Okay. Ainsley, highlights of the last 2 episodes of Power Book 2 Go.
Oh, I gotta figure out where Shanti this love for. First of all, I was like, I like my man Michael Ealy, but I'm like, how come y'all let him live so long in the chair? I would just pop him off.
Yeah.
Why y'all keeping him alive? I like my man Michael, but you had to go. I mean, you want to come on? I was like, why are you sitting there? They're trying to find evidence on him, blah 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 blah. He would just been missing, and I'm like, I'm like, yo, when is Lorenz Tate coming in? I was expecting him to come in and just be like, yo, thanks, pow, and walk off into the sunset. I've been happy. Boom. What? Come on now, what they doing? I didn't take it too long, and that was a disappointment. Cause I was like, are you gonna see Tate again? Come on now, that. What we wrote that, y'all kind of slipped up on that.
Come on, that was old dog now. I know he had on a suit, but that's still old dog now. Come on.
Of course. You can tell when the look went. Remember when the way he looked at.
Yes.
He was like something about he was like, yo, he really was. You could tell that serious acting without saying a word. That look, it was like, yo, I'm ready to kill somebody for real right now.
Right.
And a former cop, he know what the deal is. So, I was hoping to see him come in again. I'm like you. I'm like Effie, poor girl. She gonna give up all her money, get accepted, and he can go give it back to Kane, so he can ride him to the sunset.
Yeah.
I think she's the one who lost the most.
The most.
And all this. All right. I'm like, I think when you see Brandon when he was starting to still snort, even when it was in the church.
Oh.
That kind of shows like, all right, he's really falling off.
Right.
And so I can understand Tyrese saying, yo, listen, we're not partners. I can understand you got to put him on the back because you can't have that. You can't have that.
Right. Right.
Of course, it was good. Now, Monet dying, I know y'all was glad to see that. I was like, oh.
No, I was actually on too because the last 2 episodes is where she did her best acting. I was like, well, wow. You do your best acting and killed off? How does that work?
I was gonna say that. I was talking to that last one. I was like, okay. Yeah. So she had to put that last part in there. So, uh, yeah. So she was gone. Um, I didn't see how it was ever Kane and Monet that was ever going to work. I didn't see her daughter getting killed though. I didn't see that happen.
Oh,
I didn't see that
Anya?
coming. Huh?
Anya?
Anya, yeah.
She was asking for it. She was walking up them steps a little too slow. Girl, girl,
Yeah.
girl.
Wow.
And she like Tyreek, he's going off into the sunset, just like his father. Like he said, this probably the last minute. I don't have to be here again. So, and I was hoping that he would just go clean. Um, but I'm like, here we go again. Here we go another cycle. So, I thought the 2 episodes were okay. It was good. It was okay. It was okay. I expected some more. I expected some more killing though.
Yeah.
I expected some more. Besides Monet, Mona, and Anya, who else? Um, yeah. And, how is the dirty cop going to turn in Michael Ealy? That to me, I was like, how does that make sense to me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
He got all the dirt on you. How you going? All I'm saying, you catch a conscious, but you ain't know all the dirt. And
Right.
how
You
does that work?
dirty just like he's dirty.
Yeah.
He could implicate you in anything. So I didn't get that either. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it'd been easier just to kill him. Michael Ealy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's my man, but I'm like, you just have to go.
Well, I have to tell you, there were several areas of disappointment for me. Number one, I was so mad when Michael Ealy got the upper hand on Tyreek with the gun. I'm like, stop walking up on these people. Just shoot them.
Yeah.
Just shoot them. We just gotta hit somebody said, and Noma being an informant. Yo, what was that? I was like,
Just
really?
like what was Mecca?
Yeah. Mecca was the informant. I was like, yo, and I'm so tired of seeing that Blanca. If Africa one more time.
Oh my goodness, Pastor Steph, I thought it was just me. How did you end up back on the screen? Did we leave you in the last series?
Come on, her and the prosecutor, we ain't need to see them no more.
You know what? When I saw that, I had to go like this. I had to go, wait a minute, hold up.
Right, did I rewind back to when those was
All right,
live?
hold on.
Why am I seeing her?
Come on, we didn't need her. But I several areas of disappointment for me. Number one, I was mad when Michael Ealy got the gun on Tyreek and the two of them had to save Tyreek. I was like, why? Just kill him. I don't care what kind of evidence he got on the two of y'all. Just kill him and kill him slowly. Don't shoot him in the head. Wait. Somebody said, I want to take the stitches off of Blanca's lips because I hate the way she.
Oh my goodness, yes. Something on the side of her mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
All right, what else was I disappointed? Okay, if you were gonna kill Monet, kill her in 4 episodes from the top and the end, so we can see the funeral. I want to see the funeral. I want to see them go up to the coffin. I want to see them carry the coffin out. I wanted to see her dead in the coffin. Why this got to be left to my imagination?
No, nobody will see that.
Yes, I want to see a funeral. I think I deserve to see a funeral after all that bad acting. I deserve to see a funeral. Okay, I don't care what y'all say. They could have killed her 2 episodes ago. And you did kind of feel bad when she died. It wasn't, oh wow, Monet. And the way she was like, my baby. That one kind of pulls on your heartstrings. So
yeah.
That right there, the exchange.
Mary J.
Yeah, right. That was the best
acting
he's done in the whole Force seasons, and she dying on her way out. But I thought it was interesting how they pulled the two of them together, where he was like, I'm not going against my mother for nobody. And
Right.
you know, I said to myself, she told you don't trust Noma. You stupid. She told you not to trust her. What else was disappointing to me? Tate. The absence of Tate in these last two episodes. How could you not end Power Book 2 without showing Rashad Tate?
We're gonna show this card fool.
How? How could you possibly do that to us? Because I wanted to see the vengeance for his brother. Like he said, you know, we talked last time about the way he walked around the back of Carter and gave him that old dog look.
Yeah.
He had it coming. And you know, also it would have given a little difference between this just being a Tyreek thing against Carter and the Tejadas against Carter. It would have given a whole different a different light, as well as his side cop getting arrested with him. Yo, y'all used him to somehow flip him, and he turned against Carter. That was whack. I didn't like that at all. I was really looking for Rashad Tate to come up and do his thing. I think I wanted to see closure, period. I didn't see closure, and I don't know if I like them starting all over again. You know, Tyreek is the top of the enterprise. He's not Ghost. He cannot do what Ghost did. Stop trying to peg him as the next Ghost.
And how long is he gonna be in college?
What'd you say?
How long he gonna stay in college?
He gonna be the professor next.
You know, I guess it would have been like a different world where they became the teachers. I don't know, but I didn't like that ending. I didn't like, you know, him not showing, him helping Braden get some help, put him in a program or something. I think they could have ended it. The two episodes weren't boring at all.
No, it wasn't. It was moving.
It was just
it wasn't boring, but I just had a different anticipation and an expectation. Also, why they killed Norma off so fast? But you know what killed Norma? When they killed her daughter. That killed. When I tell you that woman screamed, I almost started crying for her. When she was screaming
but
on the steps.
But nobody preps their kids for the streets. The St. Patrick's ain't prep Raina nor Tariq. You ain't prep your child not to be slow bopping up the steps in the middle of a hostile situation. Like nobody preps their kids for nothing. That's why it was just like, but how? Now they done ran in your house with you in there, Anya. How you not? I don't care if they said you're free.
Right, looking around.
Right. How you just? Oh, we're gonna have a sleepover party next week. Whatever. You still not running, looking across your shoulder until you got behind one of the bodyguards or something. Right. Like, how is it that she was just slow bopping up these steps?
Right, you should be like.
Right. And running and zigzag and dipping and all that.
Right. Never look over her shoulder.
Right. It's like nobody prepared their kids for the future. So now look at the future. Now her daughter ain't got one. But it had to, like you said, that killed her. And what killed her was when they killed Monet. Like she already knew she was gonna have to either shoot her way back into whatever country she came from, or she was gonna die. Because Kane was never going
she
to
knew.
that.
She knew.
Mm-hmm.
She knew. Okay, I got a question for y'all. Shanti, what about the brother?
Her brother.
Norma's brother. Was he an asset? Could they have done without him? What do you think about his
I think
presence?
he was in the last two episodes, and that's all he needed to be in, and it was perfect. One, I can't take too much of the accents. So when she killed her sidekick, I was like, oh, that's one less person with that accent. The brother, he was a good touch again for that duration. And the dinner table scene was everything because it really
Oh yeah.
it really pulls out that Noma was not this big top person that she made herself see.
Right.
She was just a part of the family puzzle in this family enterprise. But because you're the only one that's being seen here, you're gonna make yourself
you can spin the story.
Exactly. You're gonna make yourself seem as though Cain, you couldn't be a Cain because Cain knew where he stood and he just always fought for a position. But he never made it seem like I'm the top person. He always made it seem like I want that top spot in my family.
Right.
You always made it seem like you were that person. So until your brother came around and let it be known what it really is, everyone thought that you were that top dog. And again, I keep saying, people are not going to find you as intimidating once they realize you're just like them. So now that they see you're just like them, now Monet was really sitting at the table, and again, her best acting, because she was just sitting there like a typical back mother. Like, I told this dummy, didn't I tell you, dummy? You know what I'm saying? Monet was that top person.
Yeah.
You were not that top person. So I feel like the brother was perfect just for those last 2 episodes. And then that was it. But he played his role in those last 2.
What do you think about him being the top dog distributor now?
I liked it because after he done blew up that Noma wasn't, it like makes sense. Like, okay, he could have been the top dog, but you were the top dog of this part, Noma. So I set you up and groomed you to do that here, but I'm really the point person. So I actually like that. Like Dag, the real top dog is now the distributor working under Tariq. I like that.
Okay. Well, we got Anika says, Tariq tried and ultimately failed at being the next ghost. Hello, Deacon Diallo. Hey, how are you? Thank you for joining us.
Hey.
All right, Ainsley, the brother. Good, bad, right, wrong. What do you think about him in the last couple of episodes?
I'm like Shantice. It was good to see him right then. That's all he really needed. And he brought a little clarity because, like, you thought Noma was the top dog. Like, okay, like he was under her. He made it clear. No, listen, this is a family. You know, this ain't like a hierarchy. You just this part over here, and so it's perfectly clear. I love that table scene was it was hilarious. It was good. It was hilarious. It was
well written.
Very well. I'll give credit to whoever did that.
Yes.
And so it made sense. It kind of humbled Noma.
Yeah.
She had to humble out a little
her
bit.
Her whole attitude and demeanor and volume and bass in her voice was done.
Right. And at one point when he said, listen, we out of here. And he's like, no. He said, no, we out of here. Then you realize, wait a minute. She ain't really the top dog. Right. And he said, he out. We out. And then you can say about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we really need him for. He set that clarity for these last 2 episodes. And now since Noma's gone, of course, Tariq, that's the main person to get to. So they can ride off into the sunset with that. So that's all we need from him. Like Shanti said, that's all we need. Them 2. I think anything more than that would have been like a little bit too much.
Yeah. I agree with both of you. I don't think we needed to see him or hear from him any more than we did. For them to wrap up, that was an excellent way to wrap this whole series up. With the introduction of Noma to really let you see the backstory, the behind the scenes. Also, kind of that scene at the table also let Anya know exactly who her mother was. That was the introduction as to an awakening as to the fact that her mother was a straight drug dealer. It wasn't always this export person and no. The brother spilled the beans, but that interaction at that table when they brought up Mecca, I was like, yo, they are off the hook. They were spilling it all. And Mary, who says, oh, you really don't know her. You don't know nothing about this family. like Shanti said, a typical black mama. Just all gloves are off at this point. We are listen. Y'all gonna talk about we family? Well, let's do the family thing. Let's just show how we all. Now you got your brother sitting up here, right? You got your brother, you got your daughter. It's all of us, and ain't nobody else but us, but family, two family. Let's get this family dynamic going. Let's show who's who up at this table. And the insults were slinging left and right. And when Diana said, "Oh, they grew up together," I was like, "No." Oh, she really just it was all bets off. And I love the writing. Again, I say it was like somebody wrote from their personal experience. This was not no made up conversation. Davis, Shantice, Davis. What do you think of how this ended with Davis?
I like how it ended with Davis, with him being able to get his license back. The scene when he killed that guy was hilarious. It was hilarious. I was like, this ain't your lame, Davis. You help the people get away with the murder. You don't commit the murder. But you could tell like that wasn't his initial plan. It just ended up happening that way. But I love how he was able to get his license back, because even though he was so different from Sax, he was crooked, but he still knew the rules. Sax was just crooked and didn't care and tried to invent his own rules. That's what got Sax killed. Right. That's what got him killed. So even though he's shady in regards to not being like really legit, it's not that, and you can't put any contingencies on it in that way. It's not like he's like, okay, this is just I'm seeking to be crooked. If for whatever reason I'm now rocking with you, because now it got to where I really became crooked because I didn't step into this too deep where it's like, dang, I got no choice. I either die or I play the game. Which one am I going to do? Right. But to see him end up like that was really good. I loved his involvement with working with the Tejadas and Tariq and Braden and Effie, with everyone doing what needs to be done to get from under Noma, and everyone can clear their name, because everyone pretty much wants to go back to a normal or their previous lifestyle before being all caught up under Noma. So I really liked how and it was so funny because I think one of the last meetings that they all had, he was just sitting there chewing on his toothpick and his phone, just like, all right, y'all just let me know when y'all ready for my input. Yeah. Just like, again, because I know I'm gonna play the game. It's not always meant for me to talk. It's not, and again, that's why he ain't get killed. You gotta know when to shoot up. You gotta know when it's time to step up and prove yourself. You gotta know when it's time to step up and deliver. So I loved it. It ended well for Davis McLean.
Okay. Ainsley Davis, in these last 2 episodes, it showed us a little different, side of himself. And, what do you think of his involvement in this whole last minute?
I gotta say, Method Man. Boy, you doing your part, bro. Yeah. You were definitely a bona fide actor now. If you wasn't before, you definitely are now. Yeah. I like it. I like how he played the part. Like something said, he was on edge, a little edgy with his stuff. When he acted, I don't think he really intentionally meant to kill the guy. That wasn't a really plan. But one thing he said though, he was down for Tariq though. Right. That's why I think that's a ride or die. He was like, "Oh, I gotta do what I gotta do." What I'm saying? And he was playing his part with Tariq, but and though with Noma, because the night before Kane and Noma get married, Kane is with Effie. And Noma is with Method Man, with Davis. Right. I'm like, oh what? Up on crazy, but I like how, I'm glad he got, eventually got his license though, towards at the end. But he played his part well. I like how he kind of maneuvered where he had to be. He wasn't. Sax was like, oh, he got to say what he got to say. David was more cool in the cut, so to speak.
Right, right,
I
right,
say when I need to, when something needs to be
right,
said. I'll
right,
interject when I need to interject.
right.
And like for
Right.
example, like when they he stopped Norma for getting busted by by Carter when he ran into the restaurant and he let her know, listen, they got the bug and stuff like that. So he know exactly when to intervene, do what he had to do, and bounce. He showed his importance, and
Right,
bounce out.
right,
Sam
right,
had to make his point. See, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, and here. He was like,
right.
listen, my presence where I'm there. Y'all know why I'm here. So I
Absolutely.
like him. If there
Okay.
was another season, I got to see him do some more stuff. But I think that's it.
Okay, okay. I loved how they infused him into all of the plans, which showed his versatility in just who his character was. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he could play the front man as the lawyer, when Tariq was describing him as the money man, he's the best attorney, he can do his thing, he knows the law and he could roll with the best of them, so
He had
it was really,
contacts.
yes, it was really, he really showed his worth and his value. And the fact that he could hold a gun and help with the plans and still do the legal side of it. I love his role. I think I agree with you, Ainsley. He has sealed the fact that he is an actor. This whole Davis McClain has really, this was his breakout role. This
Mm-hmm.
was his breakout role. He's really shown what he's capable of. Excellent acting. And I love the fact that he was one of the characters that went straight through to the end. I'm glad they didn't kill him off. I'm
Yeah.
glad they didn't leave him shameful where he couldn't get his little license and stuff back. I'm glad he was, redeemed and put back on course. I really like the way they finished off the story with him and the role that he maintained throughout this entire
Mm-hmm.
series. He was really a definite asset. In closing, Tasha, what's your thought, Ainsley? Bringing Tasha back and Tariq, her going with Tariq's plan. What do you think?
She had no choice. I mean, she had no choice. I'm like, I thought the whole point was him doing all of this so that as a family they can just ride off together.
Right.
Am I right? Ain't that from
Yeah, that's what he's been saying.
season 1 episode? That's the whole idea.
Right.
Now we go through 4 seasons and this episode, and it's like, well, y'all got to go. She could have been left
Yeah.
a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think as long as he's safe and he's okay, that's the best she could hope for. She got her daughter, and that's the best she can do. But that's going to be the end. She could, storyline. She could have been left. If that's going to be it, he could have been left. So,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, that was the whole point. That's why I thought Tyree, he would just ride off in the sunset, do the right thing. You got enough money, just chill, But that's it. Well, I think that's it.
All righty. Shantice, Tasha. Was it even necessary to show her, being that Tariq wasn't going to be riding off into the sunset with his family, his sister, his mama, and Big Mama?
It was definitely necessary to show that because, again, as it was said, that was the whole objective to everything that he was doing. So I can get back to my mother. So I can get back to my mother. So whether he was going to stay with her or not, they couldn't just not mention it. It was a little off, but I think because of the conversation, it helped to kind of smooth it over some. Because she's like, listen, you can't be about this life. Look what happened with your father. So. And he's like, well, listen, pretty much, he done already messed himself up once he lost that trust money. So he ain't got no money. Whatever he got now is a little quick cash. But the real money, his father had already set him up. He lost that once he invested it in Braden's family's business. That was gone. So now it's like, I want that back, but now I'm a little more intrigued with the game than I was before. So it in the streets, it only makes sense to now stick with it, But I gotta come back and tell my mama, because this has been the plan. And tell her mama sex you up, but you're gonna have to go ahead and go, and I'm gonna stay back and do this. So they definitely had to mention it, with her. I like how they keep her looking, appearance-wise, looking different, because it separates her
It's a maturity.
Right, and it separates her from the Tasha we knew when Ghost was alive to now this new what's the term? Protective custody Tasha.
Right.
It definitely sets the two different personas. Because at first I was like, dang, I know she done lost that baby in real life by now, but maybe they actually keep it on or whatever so that it can help to separate. Her hair is different, everything is different. Nothing says Tasha St. Patrick for when Ghost was alive.
Right.
And a lot of times that's what helps to keep her identity from whoever they're trying to make sure she stays away from. So because of the type of conversation they held, it helped to really show it was a conversation that was necessary. Now I don't know how that's gonna go over with Big Mama, but because had she been, I could see her sitting there like, oh boy, if you don't go and get your stuff right now and come, you ain't staying. But he knew what he could say to his mother, and even though it would be a bit of a fight, because she's from the streets, she would understand. So it made a little sense to me.
Okay. I'm glad they did wrap it up with showing her. I'm glad they didn't put more into it. I think it's just like the brother, exactly what we needed to just show that quick conversation between the two of them. Him introducing the whole, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be going with you, but now I can get you out of Wixet. I think that was important because it put some closure to that part of, the spinoff to Power. So I am glad that they did, kind of show that part of it. It would have been nice had they all kind of kumbaya and, everybody went off and did what they needed to do. But right. I'm okay with this. I just wish that it just ended differently, period. I could, name a few different endings, but as far as the Tasha connection to his mom and things like that, I think that was decent, and that was, the most we could hope for. I do agree her appearance had to shift to show that she was more settled now. She wasn't trying to keep up with that Ghost, being his right arm, being, someone who was supporting him, that club thing, that's not a life anymore. And it's nice. I like this look. It didn't make her look old and worn out. She's still a young mother and raising her daughter, spending time with her.
She's a regular mom now.
Yeah, right. So I really like this look that they've given her. So that, they are supposed to come out with a new spinoff from the Ultimate Power series called The Originals, and that's supposed to be a story about the young Tommy and Ghost. I don't know when that's supposed to air, but something that 50 Cent is putting out there. And they've run their gamut with the Tariq story. Some people have said they're coming back. I don't know.
They set it up to be able to.
Yeah, and that I think that's what it was. They didn't put a real ending. So if they were to start it back up again, it wouldn't be some foreign situation. The next that's coming out is Kanan. So when we find out the date, I would love for us to do the same thing, go through seasons 1, 2, 3, and hit that season 4. I believe they're up to season 4. And let's walk up into that one. But we still got 2 full episodes, if we're going to talk about 9 and 10 of Reasonable Doubt. So we're going to talk in 2 weeks and see, what we are going to do about going forward. because we're walking into prep for award season. So we're going to have to catch up to some of those movies and shows that are actually nominating. We've been sticking to our favorites. So now we're going to see what they are going to put out there for nominations. And we'll weigh in. We'll view and we'll weigh in. So we invite you to come on the roller coaster ride. You know, we are going to do the Canaan thing. So we're looking forward to that. But until 2 weeks, thank you so much for joining us. It's been real. It's been fun. We love this review and we love giving my 2 cents. Oh, thank you so much, Anika, for holding us down. We hope you feel better. Until 2 weeks, Bears, it's your girl, Pastor Steph.
Dante.
And that Brooklyn guy, Ainsley Harris.
All righty. All right. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us.